Welcome to Gerrys Passions Live. Good evening. Hello, Deborah Sato. Kamusta ka na, Deborah? Deborah, congratulations. May prize ka na. This is it. Thank you so much. May mga jacket na kayo dyan na. Deborah, kamusta ka na, Deborah? Hello, Kipwin. Ano to sila yung mga... See, this is it, last, Deborah. They are my long friends in the white world. This is it. May mga jacket na kayo dyan ha. Salamat sa inyo. Ikaw muna, hanapin ko muna yung sunglass. Sunglass, sa labi lang. Yung eyeglass ko. Pang protection sa mata. May guy ko ibas. Hello. Kumusta kayo dyan? Oo nga. Sige lang, masaya ako at nakapasyal kayo. Na, gumagamit ako kasi nitong para sa protection, sa radiation, sa computer. Ayan, maglablaban kayo guys. Maglablaban. Nandiyan din si Kevin TV, mga legit sa mga organic friends. Ayan, maglablaban sa ayan, magmahala ng bunga-bunga. Pwede kayo magbaba ng bahay guys, nababa kayo ng tahanan no? Maraming salamat sa inyo. Na-miss kita host, na-miss kita, this is it. Maraming salamat ha. Kamusta na kayo dyan? Na-miss ko rin kayo, mga dati kong kaibigan sa White World. Maraming salamat sa inyo. And Skip Win TV, nagbaba na kanyang bahay. Maraming salamat sa inyo. Ha. Ingay Cuevas, kumusta ka na? Hello, Brad Ninyo. Ha? Brad Ninyo, kamusta ka na? Parang hindi nakita, naka-live ah. Brad Ninyo, welcome. Thank you, may ano ka na dyan? Long time no look here. Oo, pinuntahan ko pa yung bahay mo. Parang seldom ka lang mag-LS. Oo, parang seldom ka na nag-LS. And guys, 3 months ako na hinto. Ba't ka na hinto? Na-busy lang? Oo, pinuntahan kong bahay mo, parang hindi ka na nag-live. Siguro na-miss ka na ng mga kaibigan mo dyan. Mga super chatter at mga member mo. Kaya di makasingit sa YT. Ganun ba? Pwede kayo magbaba ng bahay, guys. Kakabalik ko lang nung nakaraan sa Tordipo. Okay. Yan si Brad ninyo, malaking bahay yan. Saka, ayun guys. Dati ko kang kaibigan yan. Mabait yan siya, guys. Live streamer yan. Saka, ano yan. Maraming mga kaibigan. Naka-apat, naka-live pa lang ako. And guys, baka marami yung mga kaibigan international yung mga kaibigan niya. Si Brad ninyo. Baka mag-live dyan. Na lang. Kalimbang dikit nyo na lang. Thank you so much. Mas mabait ka po, boss. Ganun ba? Ayan. Ayan, si Mingay Cuevas. Mga kapatid natin yan na mabait din. Mingay Cuevas, kamusta ka dira? Pwede kayo maglapag ng bahay, guys. Maraming salamat sa inyong patansa. Ako medyo busy rin ako. Kaya every night lang ako ng LS. Kahit 2 oras, medyo hindi masyado marami bisita ako pero okay lang. At least mayroong bisita. At least mayroong bisita. Don't give up. Pili kayo magbaba ng bahay, guys. Kaya may mga tayo dyan, may mga bagong kaibigan, mga kapatid. Yan. Baka hindi pa kayo kadikit, puntahan nyo na ang kanilang bahay. Tsaka pala-vlog na rin sa kanila. Three months na hinto. Ang laki nga ng ng total view ng bahay mo. Ang dami mong viral na video, no? Hello, Jason, Peter TV. Kamusta kayo? Depende. This is it. Vlog na po, sir. Ang Kitid TV. Ayun. So look deep into nature and then you will understand everything later will come. Ayan. Welcome to my channel. Maraming salamat sa inyo. So that is according to Albert Einstein. Yan, maraming salamat dyan sa nandyan. Ayan. So we need to have awareness, concern on our nature. Or, we must be aware of our environment. So look deep into nature and then you will understand everything later. When you connect into nature, guys, when you connect into nature, how do you feel? Di ba nakano siya? Nakawala ng stress. Monera Sanmal, hello, kamusta ka na? Ito mga dati ko to mga kaibigan. Sila ni Monera Samal. Ayan. My long friends in the wide world. Salamat sa inyong pagbabalik. Welcome to my channel. Monera Samal, kamusta ka na? So we need to be aware. We need to love our nature. Di ba if you stay with our nature, nakawawala siya ng stress. Or nature, a swim in the ano, on a certain island, may mga isla doon, dagat. Really relaxing. Then we do have this mountain climbing. Kahit gaano ka malayo yung nilalakad, parang hindi ka napapagod. Hmm. Parang refresh ka pa rin. Kasi you are with nature. Pero pag doon ka sa, doon ka maglagaw sa building, pag doon ka namasyal sa mga building, sa mga malalaking gusali, in a few minutes, parang ang pagod-pagod mo na. Because, pag doon kayo namasyal sa mga malaking gusali, sa malaking building, you are bombarded with radiation. Gumagamit kaya sila ng mga dyan, ng mga appliances wherein they are using too much electricity. So, meron yan mga radiation. Kaya yun, medyo na nakapapagod, nakaka-stress. Parang yun. But if you are in contact with nature, parang meron siyang positive energy. Ibig sabihin, pag doon ka sa building, you're gonna absorb negative energy, maybe, because of radiation, through technology. But if you are in the green environment, parang nakaka-good vibes lang. Nakawawala ng pagod. Then, something has changed in your own perception. May mga, parang lumalawak yung pananaw mo. Yan, ganyan mga nangyayari. Parang lumalawak yung pananaw ng isang tao if they are into contact with nature. Tsaka nakaka-relaxing siya. Tapos, yun, it makes you relax. Meaning you're gonna absorb more positive energy rather than negative energy na nakakapekto sa ating kalusugan. Kaya guys, if you have time, if you have money, spend time to be with nature. If you're gonna waste your money because of that, it's not a waste of money for as long you enjoy it. It's not a waste of money because you enjoy it. Yes, guys. Huwag nyo isipin you waste money. You waste money. No, it's not wasting the money as long you enjoy certain activities. Kahit malaki yung ginastos mo, baliwala yan. Mahalaga, masaya ka. Ano itong aircon ko? Mas kakas yung aircon. Nagkakakas yung aircon. Kasi dapat so, kung sa tling ha, kabalaw, kakasa nagapa sa aircon, gabi ka sa aircon, kayo, ni man ang aircon, wala ka kakas ha? Basi binutang, baka ilagay natin namin ito sa tainga at baka matira kayong ibang parte ng baka ilagay mo dito yung ibang spare part manatili pa sa air drum. Ano ba ito? Bakit ganito? Ano po lang ito? Okay lang, host. Kamusta ka na dyan? Anong work mo dyan, host? Dito, nag-repair na aircon mo. Ano ba itong aircon na ito? Bakit hindi? Kita mo na. Posisyon. Kapit yan. Kaya maraming salamat sa inyo. If you are with the direct contact with nature, nakagaan ang feeling. No? So that's why it's not a waste of money if you spend time with nature. Kasi bakit ka nagtrabaho? Dahil para magkaroon ka ng sahod. Sa ano yung sahod mo? Sa mga pangangailangan mo. For your own self. For others. So, kailangan enjoy mo na yung self. Diba nagtrabaho tayo para maging masaya? Kaya, pag may time, pwede ka man kabigat. Biga ako sa gusto mo na sa makaya sa bulsa mo. Kaya ako, I have budget for my vices. Yung pag-inom, may budget ako dyan noon, 10% of my salary goes to my vices. At least hindi siya maubos. Ano bang vices ko? Pag-inom, video game, kain sa labas, ano pa? Pamamasyal sa mga magagandang tanawin. Yun. So, sa may budget ako yan dahil every year pumupunta kami sa mga isla-isla. Sayang nga kasi hindi pa ako dati vlogger doon. Hindi pa ako vlogger noon. Maraming maganda. Nakaligo rin ako doon sa Cebu. Kasama ko yung whale shark. Sana nakunan ko ng video. Ba't hindi ko naisipan? Puro lang nga akong Facebook noon eh. Pa-cute sa Facebook. Ano pang mabara ko na? Pa-cute sa Facebook. Mahilig ako mag-post ng mga inspirational thoughts. Especially mahilig rin ako sa health. Yun, ang pan ko. Kaso lang, hindi ko sama po yun, hindi ako makasahod. Hindi ako nag-earn ng income doon. Mabuti pa dito sa pag-YT world. Kahit pa paano, kahit maliit, pasahod ka pa. Pag-swertihin, malaki ang kita. Hello, Pilang Nation. Welcome. Monera Samal, maraming salamat ha. Teka mo na, bigyan kita ng jacket. Pilang Nation, salamat. Yan si Pilang Nation guys, kaibigan ko yan sa United States of America yan guys. Si Pilang Nation. Nagano yan guys, maganda yan ang katawan niya. Nagko-content yan tungkol sa exercise content. How to develop your muscles, how to stay physically fit, something like that. Oh! Pilang Nation, maraming salamat Pilang Nation. Ay guys, hindi kayo magbaba ng tahanan nyo guys. Huwag kayo matakot. Huwag kayo matakot. Huwag kayo mahiya. Walang bawal sa... Ay, nakakas niya. Biyan na ako ni Edpon. Yung mga naman, nakakakanang halong yata. Maraming salamat, Kapila Amnition. Ayan, si Kapila Amnition na baba ng kanyang tahanan. Ayan, magablaban kayo, guys. Ayon. Pag meron kayong pera, huwag nyo naman ubus-ubusin. Matira kayo sa self niyo. Lalo na sa pandemic situation, kailangan natin ng pera. Kaya budgetin nyo na rin yan. So the bottom line is, if you have time also, pag hindi lockdown dyan, you can also connect with nature. Kasi yun, parang para sa akin, nagiging cure siya sa akin to relieve me from stress, from depression, parang ganun siya. If I have a problems before, I just walk along the coastal area. Yan naririnig ko yung yung alon ng tubig. Nakaka-relax yung tapos tingin ako sa malayo. Then I walk. Siguro may mga positive, may mga positive energy from the sea, from the oceans na dumadampi sa face. Dumadampi sa face. Dumadampi sa mukha mo. Ang ganda. Yung nilalanghap mo yung tubig, yung hangin sa dagat. Yun, siya. Parang medicine siya. Hindi lang parang totoo talaga. Kaya siguro, no wonder why itong mga foreigners from the other country wanted to live along the coastal area. Doon sila na-construct na malaking bahay sa gilid ng dagat. Kasi they know that the oceans are the medicine to cure anxiety and stress. May siya kasi parang may chemical siya na nagbibigay ng positive energy sa tao na nakaka-relax sa utak. Yan, if you continue to be in contact with nature, ayan, nagiging relax yung pakiramdam mo, yung utak mo. Basta marunong ka lang ma-appreciate, you know, to appreciate the beauty of nature. Yeah. Kasi pag hindi ka marunong mag-appreciate, ay nako. So, we need to be aware of our environment. The environment they are the sum total of surroundings of living organisms, including natural forces and other living things, which provide conditions for development and growth, as well as danger and damage. So, meron talaga, dapat inaalagaan itong environment, especially yung mga yamang lupa, yamang dagat, yung atmosphere natin, kailangan alagaan talaga ito. So, there are factors, guys, that affects our environment. And guys, laban kayo guys sa this deforestation, major causes problems. Causes major problems for one simple reason. It decreases the number of trees. Yun, deforestation. Kasi since we are now in the modern technology, there is more demand of paper production. Yung mga papel, nanggaling yun sa mga punong kahoy. Ginagawa nila na papel, ginagawang woods, furniture, and at iba-iba pa, So, yun. So, parang nakakalbo na nga ang forest Ayun. Pag nakakalbo na yan, nagiging dahilan yan sa pagkaroon ng increase in temperature sa ating planeta. Kasi pag walang tanim, dadami yung carbon dioxide and other toxic waste materials. emission of gases. And if that is the case, then dadami rin yun ng greenhouse gas at saka yun, naka-damage siya sa ozone layer. Pag na-damage yung ozone layer, yung radiation ng sunlight ay malaya na makapunta sa Earth. Tapos hindi na yan babalik sa space kasi meron na siya na-trap na siya ng greenhouse gas, hindi na siya babalik doon. Kaya patuloy sa pag-init ang ating planeta because of the trapping of the greenhouse gases, trapping of radiation that enters the Earth and could not turn back to space. Okay guys, no? So, ngayon, patok na yung mga indoor plants. Hindi din kayo maglagay ng mga indoor plants. Yung isa sa mga suggest ko na indoor plants, yung yung Sansevieria. Sansevieria snake plant. Yun guys. And low maintenance yan. Hindi na kailangan nabinyagan kasi low maintenance yan. And then during night time, nakakonvert niya ang carbon dioxide into oxygen. Kaya dadami yung oxygen sa loob ng bahay mo. Kasi itong Sansevieria, during night time, hinihigop nito mga toxin, mga chemicals, mga air pollutants, mga chemicals na nag-mix sa hangin, hinigop niya yan. Tapos, ayun, pina-convert niya ang oxygen into na-convert niya ang carbon dioxide into oxygen. And we humans need oxygen. We need more oxygen. Kung wala kang oxygen, pwedeng pagtunaan niya ng heart attack, stroke, kasi hindi na nag-circulate yung oxygen sa katawan mo. Yeah, we need more oxygen. Yun. Kailangan magtanim tayo ng mga raming kahoy. Number of trees with decrease na yung number of trees which clean the environment. Kasi itong trees natin, nag-purify ito ng hangin. Kasi nag-absorb yan sila ng carbon dioxide. Kasi yung mga tanim, isa sa mga kailangan nila ang mga raw materials ng mga carbon dioxide, mga pollutants, na-absorb nila yan. Kasi pina-convert yan into glucose. Pina-convert nila into glucose para magkaroon sila ng sariling pagkinain during the process of photosynthesis. Pero itong Sansevieria, na recommend ko to sa inyo na magtanim kayo ng Sansevieria. Lagay sa loob ng bahay. Kasi pag hindi maganda ang amoy ng bahay mo, yan, kaka-absorb siya ng mga air pollutants sa loob ng bahay para magiging fresh. Fresh na fresh. Temprano pa ganito natuyo na ko. Siya Dambi sa TV official, hello. Kumusta ka? Maraming salamat. Welcome. So, ayan guys, no? Kailangan, we must be aware of our environment. So, itong deforestation, of course, yan ang major problems, no? One is decreasing the number of trees, which clean the environment, provide oxygen, and also affect rain pattern. So pag wala ng air purifier, na mga tanim ay nauubos, pinuputol doon ng forest natin, lahat walang natira, magiging sanay yan ng global warming. Pag global warming, di ang almost around the world, global in scope, globe. The entire countries in the world are experiencing global warming. So, yun guys, no, unprecedented construction, no, urban heat island is an effect caused due to trapping of solar radiation by concrete and cement, which are materials which trap heat extremely well. Construction causes removal of vegetative cover, which usually allows for better exchange of heat. So this heat highland affect and causes constricted circulation of air, which trap pollution release in urban areas and does not allow for mixing the air, thus decreasing the air quality. Nagiging madumi na rin yung hangin. May jacket ka na dyan, sa Dambisa TV Official, maraming salamat. And another guys is the population explosion. Grabe talaga, dumami yung tao sa mundo. Araw-araw na lang may nanganganak. So the increasing population creates a load that the entire environment has to support, not only in terms of food and lodging, but also in terms of the amount of waste that it generates in the ability of the environment to sustain this growth. Kaya guys, pag mga anak kayo, huwag nyo naman damihan na they're not responsible, tapos pinamigay nyo pa sa ibang tao. Kailangan alagaan yung mga anak nyo. Mag-anak kayo na kaya nyo buhayin, bigyan ng pagmamahal, pag-aruga, edukasyon, atensyon. Kaya may bigay pa ang mga basic needs na hindi naman sila mahirapan. Hindi na nanak ng anak, tapos hindi naman mabuhay yung pamilya. So yun na-create siya ng problema sa society. So para hindi na rin maiwasan na rin ang bigla ang pagdami ng populasyon, mag-family planning. Di ba? Pwede naman tayo magiging masaya at satisfied, no? Through family planning. No, di ba? Yung iba kasi panganak, tapos parang walang pakialam sa mundo. Ang dami yung kanilang anak, tapos hindi naman mapag-aral. Ayun. Nagkaroon niya ng pag hindi yun na inaalaga yung kabataan, hindi inalagaan, hindi pinupunta sa eskwelahan, hindi pinaaral, magiging yan, problema yan sa society balang araw. Yan ang magiging sabihin ang problema sa environment. So make them as your asset to the society. Kailangan turuan sila ng magandang bagay para nakatulong para kasi yan sila future. Yan sila ang the future generation. So, yung mga future generation natin, ano sila, dapat isa silang mga individual na matibay. Matibay ang pananaw sa mundo. Para magiging asset sila sa ano sila, na pakinabang sa ating mundo. Ibahagi ang kanilang talento, kakayahan, for the benefits of the community. Ayan, maraming salamat sa inyo dyan. Ayan, ay lablaban kayo guys sa, ayan si Pilamnation, nandiyan rin Brad Ninyo, this is it, Dibura Sato. Maraming salamat sa inyo. Laban kayo guys. Thank you so much sa lahat na nandiyan. Sa kikinig. Ano pa? Yun guys, population explosion. The more population, the more waste it could offer to the environment. Kasi yung iba, hindi marunong mag-manage ng kanilang waste material. No? Kalat ng kalat, kalat ng kalat. No? So, kailangan yung individual must be responsible of their own garbage. So, hindi naman problemahin ng ating mga government, no? Diba kahit sa individual level pa lang, disiplinado na, no? Nakatulong sila, no? They can make difference for the green and clean environment. Ayun guys, na so, ayan. Chemical effluents. Yung mga effluents are another byproduct of the industries which possess threat to the environment. Leather and tanning industries, petroleum industries, chemical manufacturing industries create major waste product which are released directly into the nearby streams without treatment, creating river pollution and causing harm to aquatic life. So, kailangan mapangalagaan natin yung ating bodies of water. Before you throw your waste material, make sure you treat it. Not treat yung mga waste material. Para hindi sila maminsala sa bodies of water. Kasi may mga isda dyan, may mga aquatic animals, living organisms. Naka-apektuhan yan sila pag may mga dumi sa mga chemical. Kaya nagiging yan ito yan. Napupunan natin yan ng pagkain, yung dagat, ang bodies of water, yung indoor. Kailangan dapat malinis para magbibigay rin ng malinis na pagkain sa atin. Kaya pag may kabataan, you teach them basic principles and knowledge in regards to mindfulness of nature. Then, high quality of exhaust gases. Yan guys, mga gases o mga exhaust yung mga na-produce sa mga air pollution sa factory. The biggest reason by far for all kinds of environmental degradation, the exorbitant amount of gases harmful to the environment, which released by the various industries, prime amongst the gases are carbon dioxide and ammonia, what else? And sulfate, something like that. Chlorofluorocarbons. So we need to preserve our environment. Preserve the environment. How to preserve the environment? You can use compact fluorescent light bulbs. Kung gamit pa kayo ng fluorescent bulb. It is true that these bulbs are more expensive, but they last much longer and they can save energy in the long term. your electricity bill would be reduced. Kaya guys, pag bumibili kayo ng electric bulb, yung mga ipang-ilaw sa bahay mo using electricity, make sure tingnan niyo kung magkano yung wattage niya. Tanungin niyo yung bibinta doon. Ilang watts ba ito? How much is the wattage of this blah blah blah. Tingnan niyo ang wattage niya, ang watts. Wattage determines the consumption of electricity. Pag mataas yung wattage niya, ibig sabihin, consume more electricity. Pag mababa yung wattage niya, ayun, nakakasave ka ng energy. Kaya pag lower yung wattage mo, hindi ka masyado matamaan ng pagtaas ng electric bill mo doon. Lalo na sa mga appliances, tingnan nyo kung magkano yung wattage ng appliances. Ako pa talaga guys, pag bumibili ako ng electric fan, kung anong gamit sa loob ng bahay, laptop, or ang laptop yan, may energy saving yan ang laptop. Sabi yan. Mga ilaw, mga refrigerator, tinitingnan ko yan. Pag bumibili ako ng oven, tinitingnan ko yung yung wattage na. Baka mataas yung wattage niya, consumes more energy. So, yun, mataas din babayarin mo sa electric bill mo. Turn off your devices. Pag hindi mo naman ginagamit yung mga devices mo, anong reason mo para ipanatili yung naka-andar yan? To turn off your devices, yung mga television, computer. Kung hindi naman ginagamit, turn off mo, nakatulong yan to save energy. Anaria, sabi, hello. Nakamusta ka na, Anaria? Congratulations. Ito guys, bagong kapatid natin kaibigan, si Anaria, sabi. Monetize channel na rin yan, guys. Saka mabait din yan si mabait na kaibigan yan si Anaria sabi. And kababayan ko yan dito sa aming lugar sa Iloilo. Thank you so much. Welcome. Anaria sabi. Kamusta ka dyan? Parang nantok ko. Natuyo ako Ayan na guys, using the fluorescent bulb. Titingnan nyo kung magkano yung wattage niya. Kung bumibili kayo ng mga appliances, tingnan nyo ang wattage niya. Ilang watts na yan. Kasi kaya tingnan nyo ang efficiency factor niya. Pag mataas ang EFF niya, efficiency factor, EFF, energy efficiency factor, EFF, something like that. Pag mataas yung EFF niya, or EE na, yung abbreviation kasi yan, energy efficiency factor. EEFF. Yan. Titingnan nyo yan. Pag bumibili kayo ng refrigerator, tingnan mo kung ilang wattage siya. Kung ito ba ay nag-consume ng maraming electricity, which are you going to prefer? Ako na prefer kung mababa yung wattage niya, hindi magasto sa kuryente kasi mahirap sa ngayong panahon lalaki pa yung electric bill at we need to save energy. Biling ko na ni sa Imos. Sige. Madaming salamat. Busy pa. Sige. Continue your work. Then, when you do not use a house device, turn it off. For example, if you don't watch TV, turn it off. Turn off the light when you leave a room, even if you intend to return. It's an easy habit to pick up which will help you save a lot of money. Help you to save a lot of money. Ronald G. Saamon, kamusta? Ay na maraming salamat Ronald G. Saamon. Thank you so much. Welcome. Kamusta ka na? Ronald din sa amon. Dua view ko sa imo ah. Sige, sige. Okay. Salamat ta. Salamat sa pagtanaw. Then, walk or cycle. Nathan, walk or cycle. Driving is one of the biggest cause of pollution. If you want to use your car, ask yourself the following question. Do I really need a car? Me, I don't have car because I don't have money to buy a car because I don't have money where I can put my car. So walang gray, wala nga akong lupa eh. Pero I have the money to pay for the renting of the boarding house or any apartment where I want to live. And guys, no, so driving is one of the biggest cause of pollution. So kaya guys, kung gusto mo magkaroon ng sasakyan, you have to ask question, do I really need my car? Walk or use your bike? If the journey is short one. Yan guys, pag short na yung journey mo, yung traveling mo short na, eh bakit ka pa mag-car, eh maglakad ka na lang, walk, just walk, or if you have your bike, just use your mountain bike, make sure you do the extra careful. You drive safely, no? Gamitin mo yung senses mo bakit? Tingin ka sa likod, tingin sa right, left, tayo nga mo kayo ng alertness kasi baka mabangga ka doon ng sasakyan sa labas. Marami kaya na aksidente, no, nabangga ng sasakyan. Kaya ingat kayo sa when you cross down the road, when you cross by the road, you have to take care of yourself. Make use of your senses. Rainwater. Now think of recovering rainwater. This water can be used in different purposes. Kaya guys, dapat meron kayong tadyaw or storage for the rainwater from the ceiling. Yung sa aming eskwelahan, meron kami malaking storage ng water na kung saan pag umulan, dyan na nakastore yung rainwater. Tapos ginagamit yun panghugas sa pinggan, pambinyag ng tanim. Yung rainwater kaya guys is a hard mineral. Alam niyo ba guys, pag umuulan, tumataba yung mga damo, yung mga tanim tumataba. Alam mo ba? Dahil special yung ulan. It's considered as hard water because it contains phosphorus, potassium, nitrogen. Parang fertilizer siya guys. Kaya nakakataba yan sa mga tanim. Kaya yun. Hindi yan siya basta-basta ordinaryong tubig. May mga minerals yung mga rainwater na nakakataba sa panahon. Ayun, no? So, sa amin, meron kaming storage, malaking storage, and that is donated by the DepEd. It's a government project na na-install sa kada eskulahan, depende sa request ng school at needs. Maraming salamat siya sa inyo. So, this water can be used in different purposes. Para yun, karoon tayo ng awareness. No? So, we need to have this social awareness. Fellow Nation Dancer from Keep Queen TV. Thank you so much, Keep Queen. Lablabin nyo naman si Keep Queen, guys. Mabait na kaibigan niyo si Keep Queen. Maraming salamat sa inyo. Lablaban kayo ng bongga-bongga. Lablaban ng bongga-bongga. And then we need to have this social awareness. Anong social awareness? Maging aware ka sa paligid mo. Dapat meron kang Meron ka ba talagang tinatawag ng pakialam, pakialam sa mundo? Tati B, hello. Tati B guys is my awesome friends. Thank you so much Tati B. Welcome Tati B, salamat. Pero guys, Tati B is very supportive. Lablamin niya na rin yan si Tati B. Maraming salamat. Tati B, I will visit you again. I will visit your house again. Thank you so much for always, I always see you giving comment to my video. I will also visit your house. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you. May mga balik-balik ka natin mga kaibigan natin, guys. Maraming salamat. You need to have this social awareness. Okay. Tati, okay. Ayan. No worry. No worry. Saying thank you is gratitude. Gratitude. That is it's not bad to say thank you. It's positive. It's a positive word wherein people are really appreciate your effort, the time, because somehow you have contributed something for good. So we need to have this social awareness to be aware of the problems that different societies and communities face on a day-to-day basis. To be conscious of the difficulties and hardship of society. How we socially aware people. How we socially aware people. According to Daniel Goleman, author of Psychology, we have this what we call empathy. Thank you. Uh, empathy. Understanding the other people, the other person's emotions, needs, and concern. Then, organizational awareness, the ability to understand the politics within the organizations and how these affect the people working in them. And of course, service, the ability to understand and meet the needs of clients and customers. Yes, guys, now we need to satisfy the need of our customers, especially if you are dealing business. Example, being a YouTuber, you need to satisfy your followers, your audience, something like that. But we do have different audiences. Different types of audience have different tastes. So we need to study them also so we can able to satisfy what we want. So we need to conserve water, reduce, reuse, recycle. No? Reducing carbon footprint and using less gas. But you know, guys, carefully you thought now this is inevitable. Cannot really avoid pollution, but somehow we can decrease our carbon footprint. Thank you sa thumbs up. So, what are we going to do? No? What are we going to do? No? These are the steps for you guys to this social awareness to our environment. So, I have this question: what problems no, are we facing today? Why people waste food? That's why, no, when I meet a certain friend, we are eating in the restaurant. Uh, the number one problem uh, in a certain barangay, in a certain place, is what we call food. They cannot even eat 3 times a day. Meron akong kaibigan na sosyal, sosyal. Pag kumakain yan, ano yan, marami pa mga pagkain ang hindi kinakain. Marami natira palang pagkain. Pero doon sa kanilang bahay, parang hindi halos yung makakain ng 3 times a day. Pero pag kumakain sa labas, parang dami pang mga natirang pagkain na hindi kinakain. Yung sabi ko sa kanya, that is part of your money. You have to eat that foods because there are a lot of people who cannot eat 3 times a day. So that is amazing. You have to, ano, something like that. No? So marami kayo kasi nagugutom pa eh. Kaya yung, pag may kaibigan ako na maarte sa pagkain, sinasabihan ko talaga yan. Halimbawa, may na-offer ako ng mga pagkain, tapos ayaw yung pagkain kasi ganito, ganyan. Kasi yan lang talaga ang available na pagkain. Ang sinasabi ko lang is, maraming tao sa mundo ang nagugutom. Pag ayaw mo kumain, okay lang. Pero marami pang mga tao hindi nakakain sa mundo. So we need to appreciate the foods. Okay, maraming salamat. So we need to have this environmental communication. So when we speak of environmental communication, that is the pragmatic and constitutive communication, constitutive, uh, uh, pragmatic and constitutive vehicle for our understanding of environment, as well as our relationship to the natural world. It is the symbolic medium that we use in constructing environmental problems and negotiating society's different responses to them. Ayan, maglablaban kayo guys sa environmental communication, you have not heard about it. It did not happen. Fish or men could die. Swimming in the seas, in the river, would cause disease. There may be no more oil at the petrol stations, and the average temperature could rise or fall. As long as this is not communicated, there will be no social effects. What does communication have to do with nature or study of environmental problems? Simply put, whatever else nature and the environment, maybe they are also words and therefore ideas. And ideas have consequences. Environmental communication, what is the purpose? What is purpose? Environmental communication is pragmatic. It educates, alerts, persuades, mobilizes, helps to solve environmental problems. We do also have the pandemic situation, so we have a lot of problems. Especially it really affects the entire world. But we cannot do otherwise, but we have to adapt with the situations and do the proper protocol as being implemented by each government agency wherever you are. So we do facing this microorganism that's spreading the entire world. We cannot see our enemy. We cannot see our enemy because it is a microorganism. It might be present in the air, in the water, in the wall. Once touches, can spread out to your system. And if your system is not that strong, then you will be weakened and eventually die if you cannot fight. So we need to have this social awareness and what we call environmental communication. uh. So why environmental communication is needed? Apocalypse is closer than we think. 1.5 billion more people are using and abusing the environment. In the coming 3 decades, this number will approximately double. Na? Billions of people using and abusing environment. So that's why there's a scarcity of supply and the demand goes up and the supply is low, it will affect the economic status. If the demand is high and if the demand is high and the supply is low, the price goes up. That is the law of economics. So why environment communication is needed? So if we continue our wasteful ways by 2050, almost 4 billion people will live in an area experiencing severe water stress. Because they're getting lower and lower in terms of clean water. There are some other countries, no, when they are digging into their land, instead of water came out, what came out there is the oil because they are rich in oil. That's why there is a scarcity supply of water in their country, and some of them can even take a bath in just in one pitcher. Other people can even take a bath in just 1 liter of water because water there are expensive. Others seldom they do not take a bath anymore because water is so expensive. But here in the Philippines, we have a lot of water. But because of the growing population, there is also a problem encountered with regards to water pollution. Long time ago, there are you can think about in the river because river before are clean, no agricultural waste present. So you can still catch fish, but nowadays you cannot find fish there. If you think about people also before, they just wash their clothes in the river, but you cannot wash your clothes now in the river because there's a lot of animal manure floating into the bath. You cannot take a bath anymore and you cannot drink anymore the water there because it's dirty. Huh? Or else you might be infected by the parasite. By the bacteria that can cause a lot of disease in your stomach. Not only in your stomach but can cause also skin disease. So, in other words, where's your lake? Tingnan nyo, look at your lake there. Is it clean? So make sure you are responsible for cleaning it if it is dirty. No? So there must be, the government should work also and the people to find ways to clean their coastal areas, their bodies of water. No? So why an effective and incisive environmental communication is needed? So if there's no action on climate change before, so before what? 2020. Before 2022 or 2023, no? So what will gonna happen? There will be an increasing number of temperature increase. Temperature increase tremendously. No? You cannot stop this climate change to happen. So what we do now will determine our future. So this is the defining moment. So we need to be part of our environment, and of course now this is the only planet where we live, so we cannot do otherwise but to love our country, our community. So we have to be loyal also to our country. Love your country, clean your country, because it is a place where you get the foods, and also in order to have sustainable development in terms of natural resources. So why environment communication is needed? So you can solve problems, guys. A lot of problems that we are facing. We need to communicate with our environment. Although the public's concern for environment is significant, considerable differences exist among individuals over how society should solve environmental problems. For example, global warming. A poll conducted by WWF in the USA found that 74% of the public felt that the problem of warming of the Earth's atmosphere was either somewhat serious, extremely serious. So differences were revealed, however, when people were asked what action in the USA should take to reduce the major cause of the global warming. So that's why pinapanawagan yung mga representative ng every country. So that's why they are calling the attention of each country, their spokesman, representative, sent to the organization, and they talk the problem about the environment, how to solve the environmental issues. So they gather together to solve the problems, and they brought solution. Then this solution, once they go back to their country, they also share it to the people to influence, empower the people also to uh, to apply the knowledge what they have learned in the conferences. Ayan guys. Ayan, maraming salamat. So, there is a need for us to have this communication, environmental communication. Respondents were split almost evenly between those who favored government regulation, 37%, those who supported free market options, 32%, and those who felt they lacked enough information to choose 30%. So the complexity of issues such as global warming makes the finding of public consensus difficult. Different voices, climate scientists, American for Balanced Energy Choices, a group backed by the coal industry, and environmental groups such as the Sierra Club enter the public debate. Widely divergent viewpoints compete for our support. So, yun, ha? So, environmental communication, na the stakeholders, no, citizens and community groups, environmental groups, scientists, these are the stakeholders of the environmental communication, citizens and community groups, environmental groups, scientists, corporation and business lobbyists, an anti-environmentalist group, media and environmental journalism, and public officials and regulators. Libura sa ato, bagay sa host, ang ano, libura sa ato, kamusta ka na dyan? Congratulations na at last you got monetized. I visited your house. Thank you so much. So, environmental communication, what's about information 50 degrees, 50 to 60 degrees. Information and education 70 degrees to 80 degrees. Information, education, and communication 90 degrees currently. So it's about communication which is rapidly changing as a paradigm. Communication as we meant it until 90s is turning into minute to many communication instead of top-down 1 minute communication. Yeah, there's selfie mass communication from being in the internet to be the internet. And environmental communication, environmentalism, January preservation campaign to protect the Yosemite Valley. These people, guys, the protector of the environment should also empower people around them. Thank you, Adi Prasato. Environmental protection has to do with our health. The atomic bombings of cities of Hiroshima, for example, and Nagasaki in Japan, devastated polluted environmental resources can affect human health for ages. Because guys, the bombing of Hiroshima, it took hundreds of years for the land to recover so you can plant again the plant there. Because the plant there in that area affected by the atomic bomb took several years to recover. Now it affects even the soil. If you plant any crops there, the crops there will not grow. No, even the soil died because of that certain thing, atomic bomb. It can affect even the deepest soil. Parang namamatay rin yung mga living organisms sa lupa. Social symbolic construction of environment, public health and urban pollution. Meron dito si Rachel Carson, Silent Spring, Rachel Carson, in her eloquent book Silent Spring in 1962, she pointed out the consequences of human health from insecticides like DDT. She warned that modern agribusiness had armed itself with the most modern and terrible weapons, and that turning them against the insect, it has also turned them against the earth. Yes guys, kasi naka-apekto na to sa mga living organisms, yung kanilang mga na-discovery. Na advocacy campaign, no dapat. Meron dapat tayong mga advocacy concern. So the Earth Day, that was April 22, 1970, activated 20 million Americans from all walks of life and is widely credited with the launching of the modern environmental movement. The passage of the landmark Clean Air Act, Clean Water Act, Endangered Species Act, and many of other ground-breaking environment laws soon followed. The growing up of the first Earth Day Network, EDN, works with over 22,000 partners in 192 countries to broaden the diversity and mobilize the environment movement. So more than 1 million people now participate in the Earth Day activities each year, making it the largest civic observance in the world. Race communication, uh, Chernobyl, the first ecological accident on global scale, the first important case of environmental communication. On the 26th of April 1986, a reactor in the Chernobyl nuclear power plant blew up. On the 29th of April 1986, a break news issued by Soviet newscast. At the moment in the Northern Europe, radioactivity was already widespread. Uh, That's why there's a lot of people affected in it. No coherence, no transparency, no effectiveness. That's the result. And guys, no Chernobyl in incoherent technical risk communication. Vegetables and milk consumption were just proclaimed forbidden when the Italian Civil Protection Minister Giuseppe Samberliti declared, situation is under control. The radiation have never been as 10 times as normal values. Measures that have been taken are exaggerated. Uh, guys, no, kailangan dapat we have to make use of, kasi in other country, they have also the nuclear power plant. Though nuclear power plant is also useful in the modern country, the progressive country have that. And this nuclear power plant produces electricity. It supplies the city with electricity it needs. But the only danger is if they cannot able to manage the waste of that nuclear power plant and how to the safety precaution is needed. And the purpose is for the energy um, use for the benefit of the people, not to harm the people. So, social symbolic construction environment on the eve of the 21st century activities, Julia Butterfly Hill voiced a quite different view of humans' relationship with the environment while she lived for 2 years high in the branches of an ancient redwood tree named Luna to prevent loggers from cutting it down. Guerrilla gardening is the act of gardening. We have also the social symbolic constructions of the environment. The guerrilla gardening is the act of gardening on the land at the gardeners do not have the legal rights to utilize, such as an abandoned site, an area that is not being cared for a private property. Guerrilla gardening as a form of protest or direct action. So this practice has implications for land rights and land reform, aiming to promote reconsideration of land ownership in order to assign a new purpose of reclaimed land that is perceived to be neglect or misuse. So with this media environmental journalism, sa the agenda setting rule refers to the effect of media on the public's perception of the salience or importance of issues. Media often have the discretion in choosing what events or information to cover and also how to frame or package news story. So the concept of citizen journalism is based upon public citizens playing an active role in the process of collecting, reporting, analyzing, and disseminating news information. So, yeah, guys. So, we all have the right and duty as a citizen to know, understand, and participate in what concern us as community. We all are stakeholders of such community called human species. We all are somehow and at some extent environmental communicator. Nancy Resurrection, Masotis, hello. Kamusta ka dyan? Grabe waka, bala. Kamusta kayo dyan? Nancy, maraming salamat Nancy. Yan. Kamusta ka na Nancy? Dito ka ba sa bansa or sa dito ka sa bansa? Sa loob ka ba ng Pilipinas? O sa labas ng Pilipinas? Maraming salamat pa sa pagpunta mo. Ay, maraming salamat dyan sa inyong ano, guys. Quezon City lang was sa loob ng Pilipinas. Sa loob ng bansa. Uy, kamusta dyan sa Quezon? Ano ba dyan? Nag-lockdown ba dyan? Pwede ka pa makapaglabas-labas, kain doon sa Jollibee. Basta magano lang, face mask. Hope everyone is okay. And safe. Oh! Nantok na ako. Plano ko kanina, tuyo na ko. Kamusta ka mo da? Namagiging salamat sa inyo na. Gusto niyo kantahan ko kayo? Nancy Resurrection, request ka ng kanta, kantahan kita. Kanta ko dito. Di ba kanta yun? Wait lang, host, premiere kasi tatanin mo. Galit. Sige, sige. Galing po pala ako kay, okay. Salamat ta Nancy, nag-sponsor kasi ako doon sa kanyang, kanyang bahay. Ay, hindi pa natapos. Nag-live siya ang duwaman ngayon. Ay, hindi ako nang ipayaw. Bukas na ang pine tree. Bukas ang pine tree. Ang bunutan. Ayan, na po, Gerrys Explore. Maraming salamat. Ayan, Gerrys Explore. Vlog-vlog ka na daw. Vlog-vlogin na namin si Nancy. Yan, latest journey, nagbaba na kami ka. Thank you so much, latest journey.